Hello, I'm Elizabeth Harrin from the blog The Money Files, and today I want to talk about how you can keep your PMO costs down. Now, we know, because we've seen it happen in the past, that when times are tough, PMO budgets get cut, and sometimes PMOs get cut in their entirety. So how can you future-proof yourself against that happening to you? Well, I don't have a magic wand to say that your PMO is going to be safe forever and ever, but I can give you 3 things that you might be able to look at that will help you make sure that you can just give some evidence that you're keeping your costs as low as possible and that your efficiency is as high as it can be. So firstly, automation. What can you automate? And there's normally a lot of repetitive tasks within a PMO, especially if you're reliant on spreadsheets. There is a lot of process efficiency and improvements that can be gained from moving to an enterprise project management tool, or just by looking at what spreadsheets you've got and the reporting mechanisms you have in place, and just thinking critically about whether you need them all. There might be other functions that you can automate as well, like workflows, sign off, some of the governance processes. So think about what tools you could put in to help do that. And hopefully, the software does cost money. There might be a case for being able to say if you offset that, you can save a head or you can increase productivity in other areas. Secondly, it's worth looking at consolidation. If you work in a large organisation, it's possible that you've got a couple of PMOs, maybe at different levels, maybe in different geographies, maybe in different functional areas. Now, you could consolidate them all and move them into one great big enterprise global PMO. However, there's still some efficiencies that you can gain, even if you choose not to do that, simply because you could look at the different functions, make sure that you're sharing lessons, make sure you're sharing templates, processes, between the different PMOs within the organisation. You could also look at some of the tasks that have to be done globally for your whole business and split them up, so that you could say one PMO takes responsibility for a certain activity and does it on behalf of all PMOs within the organisation. You could divvy up the tasks like that, and that would be a way to sort of spread the load a bit, even if you can't consolidate your PMOs into one great big one. Thirdly, and this won't be popular, but you could look at outsourcing certain bits of PMO's responsibility, especially around methodologies, tools, techniques, training, managing software, sometimes even the line management of project managers can be outsourced to companies. Or you could look at on the sort of less drastic end of the outsourcing scale, outsourcing some of the routine stuff like admin, by maybe having a contractor or a company who can provide some of that admin, risk, issue dependency, action tracking actions for you. So those are 3 options that you can use, or at least think about, when you're looking at PMO costs and your PMO budget. And even if you then decide that you don't want to take any action at all, when you're questioned about efficiencies, you can say you've considered X, Y, Z, these different options, and chosen to do this course of action because it's the right thing for you at the time. So I hope that's been helpful. I've been Elizabeth Harrin from the blog The Money Files, and there's plenty more videos about project finances on my YouTube channel, so why not take a look?